Hi guys. So last time we talked about approach anxiety. We're just going to continue with that. And so when you're at a bar, doesn't matter if it's during the day, at night, and you're walking up to someone, you want to approach them, you're interested in them, just see if there may be somebody that's a good fit for you. Um, a lot of us experience anxiety in this because we're really not used to walking up to strangers, most of us. Some people are natural at it, some people can do it really well, but most of us, weren't really taught how to do that and need a little practice at it. So also in our culture, once you have walked up to the person, now you have to communicate with them. So we're also not really taught very good communication skills, I don't think, in this culture. Certainly not romantically. We're all just kind of winging it. I mean, there's some advice out there, but most of it's from pickup or movies or books, and most of it's not real great. So one tip I can give you today is the 3-second rule. After 3 seconds, if you see somebody and you feel like going and talking to them, do it within 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, go. So, because if you sit and hang around, you're probably not going to do it, right? Though there is an alternative. If you're really nervous, if you feel like you're so nervous you're not going to walk up to them no matter what, then it's a good time to actually practice sitting down and not walking up to people. I think I may have mentioned this last time, is you can sit and just think about walking up to somebody, sit in a public area and just think about it, or maybe stand up for a second as if you're going to approach them. I noticed when I first started doing this, that's all it took. I would stand up as if I was going to walk up to the person, and just this wave of nervousness would come in. And then the important thing is, so that wave of nervousness comes in, so now you have this emotion, this really strong emotion in your body, and it's how you respond to that. That's the key to all of this, to all of communicating with other people, being confident, being grounded, being liked, being successful, whether it's in dating or in business or anything else. So, in your relationships with your family members. So you have this wave of emotion that comes up. Really powerful, it can be. So when that happens, it's sit and feel it. I like to sit back down and just let that emotion be there. Just let it sit there. And I think I mentioned last time, don't poke at it. Don't try to get it to go away. Don't try to kind of delve into it and figure it out. And the last thing to do with any emotion is try to figure it out. Try to think about it. Try to think about where it comes from, how you're going to get rid of it, why it is, what it's there for. All that thinking will just, especially with anything that's like nervousness or anxiety, is going to fuel it most likely and build it up and make it even stronger and make it so it doesn't, subside anytime soon. So just sit, and be with it and feel it. Another thing to do, I think I mentioned noticing the bottoms of your feet last time. Another thing is, a lot of us, our energy is based here, right? So most of us think of ourselves as being in our heads, right? And, most of us are, in our heads, and that we're thinking a lot, where our center of focus is here. So if you can move that focus down to here, down to your heart, so that you're coming from this space, and it's something that is just, you can intuitively do, just, intend to move your focus to here, that you're coming from here. That will help open up your heart a little bit. And when you can do that, then the motor up here that runs and runs and runs and questions you and can be self-criticism, we'll do another series on that, but can subside a little bit. What also can help is you can physically do this maybe before you go out, or even when you're standing there, is just open your chest. If you pull your shoulders back You know, if you can even just open them up like this, that will really help, because when there's bodily emotions that are connected to different emotions, so usually when people are anxious or nervous, they're hunching over, right? You're hunched over like this, your shoulders come in, your head goes down. So if you can pull that back, that can actually just sit with that for a little bit, a few seconds, maybe a minute or two. That can help some of that subside, and not in a way that you're trying to get rid of it, but just that you're actually restoring your posture to its proper and normal place, so that you're restoring normal energy flow, that so that the emotion doesn't get stuck there. So you're just allowing, it's a form of letting go. So rather than grabbing something, when you're just getting into correct posture, you know, you can also do the thing of standing up against a wall and touch your head, the back of your shoulders, and your butt to the wall, so that you're standing straight, so you're standing with proper posture. That actually, though it may feel weird at first, because not all of us, you know, we're used to computers hunching over, we're phones, we're not used to having proper posture, a lot of us, so it can feel a little strange, but it can help in restoring the proper energy flow for your emotions, so that they don't get as stuck. So that can help. And then you can also move your energy lower. If you move your energy down to where, down to the center, down to the bottom of your coccyx. So at that spot, if you move your energy down there, that can really lower you. If you do that, like around your genital area, if you keep your energy there and pay attention to the bottoms of your feet at the same time, that will pull you down. You know, that will connect you to gravity and help ground you, and that helps to allow things to pass normally, so that when nervousness does arise, it will just stay at its natural level instead of ramping up because it's being tightened down on, and it will often, you know, pass within a few minutes. It'll allow it to just live its course. Emotions are like each one is unique. You never have the same emotion twice, really. So we have these words for them that identify roughly what kilohertz level they're at, but each one is unique. Each person, each time, is feeling a slightly different emotion. So, and they all have their own little lives. They're like, I like to think of them as just little beings or animals, and just treat that emotion like a living thing. And kind of like if you had a little pet, just let it live, let it run free. You know, it's better free range emotions. It's those are more healthy emotions. If you put it in a cage, try and experiment on it and poke at it and try and do things to it, it's just going to make it very unhappy, and probably will stay with you for a long time. Some of us have emotions that have been with us our entire lives, you know, because we have put it in a cage and keep poking at it. And also, you know, it doesn't feel good, you know, and it'll generate other negative emotions that we don't like either. So it can be very good to just, you know, let them go, you know, let them live their own lives, you know. Let's see, there's something else I was going to talk about here. Another thing to do if you're approaching someone in public and you want to speak to them is to, if you're nervous, to just mention it, to just say, I may have mentioned this last time, but, you know, I think it's worth repeating, is to just call it out, you know, let the other person realize, and they think, why is this person acting a little strangely? Well, I'm a little nervous right now. So then, you know, they know what's going on. And that takes a little bit of courage, right? That takes authenticity. And I think, you know, in the striving for authenticity, to be authentic, we can sometimes overlook things like that, that just sharing how you're feeling in the moment, you know, is to be authentic, right? It's to be able to share your true self with whatever person you're speaking to. And that helps reduce the energy and put it, you know, in a positive place, rather than a nervous kind of jarring, non-connecting place. It can help connect you with whoever it is you're speaking to. So that can be really good too. So I think hit my camera there. So I think just for today, just as a takeaway, I think we're going to wrap up here pretty soon. Is to bottoms of your feet, keeping your energy here or down in your genital area, keeping it there at the bottom of your coccyx. If you can do those together, those can help ground you. I'm going to have another series on grounding in the future, so we'll address that. And that comes up. So grounding is just really connecting to gravity in the earth and allowing it to really stabilize you. So that, and to also if you are going to walk up to the person, the 3-second rule, 1, 2, 3, go. If you sit around and oh, should I, shouldn't I, I'll do it in a minute, what will happen most likely is anxiety will just build and build and build, and then you're just upsetting yourself, for no really good reason. And you also will be then really prone to trying to get rid of it. Oh no, it's getting bigger, I better stuff it down. That's not going to probably work for you. So doing that, and to also call it out when you're nervous, to mention it, to say, yeah, I'm a little nervous right now, so this is how I am. So, we're all who we are at the moment, at any moment. So I think this is a good stopping place. So we'll continue with some of this next time, probably in the next couple days. I'll get with you again, and we'll go over some more and probably wrap up this series on approach anxiety. All right, so see you next time.